What's up, guys? It's me, aka Rakxm, and today I'm doing another review. Joining me today is a very special guest. You guys have known him. You've seen him once or twice on my channel. You've definitely heard him on my gaming channel. I've got the Condor, the man, the myth, the Brandon, and he's right there. Say hi, Brandon.
How's it going?
Hey, bud. So it's great to have you actually back on my channel and not just back succulently whispering into my ear. But today we're going to be talking about a game that we just finished together about, fucking 6 months ago now? Something like that? It was a while ago. And we're going to be talking about Banjo Kazooie. Banjo Kazooie, for those of you who have never played it, first of all, change that. Go play it right now. It's available on the Xbox
hasn't
store.
Played it at this point, or at least knows about it.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't know about it, if you play Smash Brothers Ultimate, you've probably seen Banjo. He's the bear with the bird in his backpack. So anyway, we played the game together. It took us a long time. It took us so many late nights, and
if we had actually really hunkered down and really wanted to get through it, we would have. But we were both dicking around so much with each other.
We dicked around so hard, and I gotta be honest, I wouldn't have had it any other fucking way. It was a blast. I had so much fun playing this game. So let's talk about our thoughts of the game itself. It is, in my opinion, one of the best games that was on the 64.
Easily.
It was very easy gameplay. Like, you didn't have to spend days trying to figure out where would this hidden item be. It's pretty much walks you through what you need to do. And then, for the things that you need help with, that's what the internet's for, right?
I mean, that says a lot coming from you, considering at one, or at least at a couple points, you were screaming at the screen, "What do we do?"
Look, man, I get excitable, and when you're streaming, it's hard to just stop what you're doing and go and tippity tap on your keyboard and be like, "Oh, that's what you're supposed to do."
I personally think that the game does a really good job of easing you into the difficulty levels that eventually come with the level designs and some of the enemies.
Yeah, and when you actually play the game in the right order, it definitely helps with that, because we did not do that. We played it in the wrong order. We skipped a whole world and then went back later and we're like, oh, this is so much easier. But honestly, I like the way they did it. They designed it very much in the same vein as Mario 64, where you had a hub world and you would jump through. In Mario's case, it was portraits. In Banjo Kazooie's case, there were doorways that you would go through to enter these new areas.
There were doorways that you had to finish portraits to get into the doorways.
Right, so there was still that very, very much that portrait aspect, which I think worked out really well for the gameplay as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, the combat system was very simple. You didn't have to know a whole bunch of combos. You had 7 buttons you push, and
I think that's the thing that I've always liked about it so much, is when you're approaching the combat, it is simple. They obviously have the Kazooie attacks that vary, but you're not having to interchange them up within a fighting session.
Right. And one thing that I will say for this game was it was very good at setting up what was to come later. You learned moves and you learned attacks that you didn't necessarily need right away, but once you learned them, it made going forward easier. And that even follows up in the sequel, Banjo-Tooie, which we're not going to talk about in a whole lot of depth. I'm just kind of touching base on that so you guys know what may be coming at some point.
The difference that I will say between Banjo Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie is Banjo-Kazooie feels like the perfect balance of a size of a game. There was a lot of detail that went into it. It looked really good. It was not, there were things to collect, but it was not what other Rare games did later in the N64 generation, which,
fucking Banjo Kazooie 64, not Banjo Kazooie, Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah, Donkey Kong 64.
We're talking about Banjo Kazooie. That's my bad.
I know, it's okay. I'm talking about Rare,
Rare in general. Yeah.
In general, which once Donkey Kong 64 came out was just a giant collect-a-thon, and it is a headache of a game to get through. It's beautiful, it's fun, and I love it, but it is
fucking hard.
It is hard. It is a slog of a game. It is going to take up a lot of time, which, I mean, looking back, it was totally worth the money considering how expensive it was when it first came out. And you had to get that memory card expansion for the N64.
Holy shit. I don't remember that. I just remember trying it and it was like, I don't like it. I'm done.
Oh yeah, you had to have that whole little slot that goes in the front little cartridge area of the console that had more memory space.
Interesting. Good to know.
Yeah.
So Banjo Kazooie did not require that.
No, it did not. Thank God. Neither did Banjo-Tooie.
Banjo-Tooie, no. Banjo-Tooie was definitely bigger, but it wasn't that big.
My one thing that I'd say about Banjo-Tooie is that was the one thing. I mean, I get it. With sequels, you want to make bigger and better.
Yeah.
Stuff. But the thing that I love about Banjo Kazooie, which is why I revisit it so much as opposed to the sequel, is it. So the hub world in Banjo Kazooie, I think, is better designed than it is, or at least more memorable than Banjo Tooie is.
Yeah, I'll give you that with Banjo Kazooie.
Mainly because I just don't like that you're going through the tank tracks.
Fuck the tank tracks. We're getting off topic. We're talking about Tooie now. We got to stick with Kazooie. The thing I got to be honest, like one of the things I love the most that they did with this game in particular was the design. Character design was great. Like you had a character that was very much a bear. You could tell he was supposed to be a bear.
Yeah.
But the way he was designed made him look like he was actually a force to be reckoned with, not just a big, chubby, happy bear. Like, they could have easily gone the Pooh Bear route and given us a sexy yellow bear that wore a crop top, but instead we got a sexy brown bear that wore shorts and nothing else.
Well, a backpack.
Well, he had a backpack, but let's be real. That was really just because he had to somehow contain the ungodly force that is Kazooie.
Right.
But, and then Grunty, of course, like, Gruntilda is a witch. The main villain, she's a witch, very clearly a witch, but the one thing that most witches are is slim. Like, you never really see, like, Wizard of Oz, you have a, not like slim, sexy, slender witch, but you have a average-sized witch.
A
gaunt witch, yes. For once, it was nice to get a blob. A thick girl of a witch. And just the secrets that you could find, all of the little fun side things you could do, made it a very compelling game. It wasn't the same one-trick pony over and over. Each world was different. You had, one was a desert, one was a frickin' frozen wasteland. There was variety, which worked.
That's the one thing.
Well.
There's no, they don't repeat themselves at all.
Right. Yeah, which is really nice. And I don't know. I just kind of it's one that I definitely revisit. Like I've beaten it 3 times since I got it in my recent history. So definitely one that's if you haven't played Banjo Kazooie yet, I would highly recommend it. And then like I said, you can get it on if you own an Xbox, you can get it on the Xbox store. I think it's like $3 or $4. It's not expensive.
Honestly, I think for me it falls under. There are 2 games that I consistently tell people you have to, if you're a gamer or if you're looking to get into games, especially for people in the younger generation kind of thing who maybe missed out on it, since you and I had the ability to play it as kids as it first came out.
All right. So Brandon, if you were to give Banjo Kazooie a rating of sorts using, I don't know, like a numeric rating or if like a rating of that sort, how would you rate it?
I'm gonna give it 6 out of 3 Betty Whites.
Oh, that's high. That's high praise. That's fucking high praise right there. I would trade several copies of Pokemon Yellow for this game.
I love this game so much and I rate it so high because I have bought this game probably about 3 or 4 times and I have spent the full price to get it.
Why do you keep buying it? Why don't you just keep the one you have?
Well, because I keep giving it away.
You dumbass.
To people who have an N64. Mostly because I've got several cousins who have gotten nostalgic over the past couple years.
Well, there's your problem. You have cousins. Just stop doing that.
But I don't have any control over that.
That's fair. Well, guys.
I know at some point I'm going to end up having nieces and nephews, coming up.
that's fair. That's fair. You do have several siblings and sibling in-laws that you have to deal with.
I know, and we've already got our first little niece. So,
Fuck. Okay.
yeah.
So anyway, guys, so we both very much enjoyed Banjo Kazooie. We both highly recommend it. If you haven't played it yet, again, just find a way to do it. Just dip into your life savings. Like, take out $100 and fucking get it. Anyway,
You can spend $100 if you don't have an N64. I recommend playing it on the N64. I know we were playing on the Xbox.
Yeah.
I thought it played great. I personally, this is opinion, is I didn't necessarily like playing it on the Xbox controller because I very much wanted to be using the N64 controller when playing it.
Well, I had the extra joystick. It threw you off. I get it.
Huh? I mean, no, it didn't. It didn't. But when you're, what I'm accustomed to. But I will say Microsoft did a good job with that remaster.
Yeah, they really did. Yeah, so overall, really great game. If you guys haven't played it, seriously do it. Brandon, your family needs to stop having children so you can stop giving away your copies of Banjo Kazooie.
No, it's okay. The more the merrier.
Yeah, did they pay you for it?
No.
The more money you're spending, the merrier you're making the rest of your family, bro.
That's okay.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in for today's special...
Oh, hold on.
What?
I do want to show off one thing.
Oh,
since I'm on camera and since I'm here.
Do it.
I think I mentioned this during our playthrough. I don't know if it made it into the final cut or not.
Probably.
I don't know what you cut out.
I cut out very little of the videos, just so you're aware. Cool. So all that stuff about you taking your pants off in front of people, it's there.
Wait a minute, I never took my pants off willingly in front of people.
We'll see. Anyway, what you got to show off?
All right, so I have the final soundtrack Banjo Kazooie.
Holy shit, that's amazing.
Yeah, this is done through I Am 8-Bit. They do incredible video game memorabilia releases. They've done tons of stuff for Rare. But yeah, this is the first officially licensed Banjo Kazooie vinyl release. There have been bootlegs and stuff, but this is the first time it's been officially back up. There we go. Yeah.
That's really fucking dope. Is it just plain black or is it colored?
Oh no, it's color vinyl.
What color is it?
I believe it's red and yellow. Nope, it's brown.
Let me see it.
Brown and red.
Let me see the brown stinky.
Oh. So this is side A and B.
Side A is the brown.
Yeah.
And B is the brown. The middle part's the red part. Got it.
No.
What? Did I miss something here?
Yeah. And then this is...
Oh, that's disc 2. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
it's
cool.
It's a 2 vinyl set because it's
That makes sense. It's a lot of music, yeah.
It's all the music, and then like looking at it, it's got the Bottles bonus. So it's got Bottles voice track.
Oh my god. That's the best part of the album right there.
It's how it ends.
All right. Well, guys, so yeah, Banjo-Kazooie, go get it. Get the vinyl if you can. Thank you guys.
You're going to spend a lot of money on it now.
Money, what is money anymore, really? But
with this economy.
Thanks you guys for tuning in. As always, stay frosty. Brandon, you got to say your catchphrases.
I don't have a catchphrase.
Fuck.
All I can say is follow me on Instagram, Condor Brandor.
And Facebook.
Yeah, you can find me on Facebooks.
And the music.
Yeah, and you can go check out my band, King Richard and the Gilded Veil. I am the lead singer for that.
Richard.
So, what?
You're King Richard. All right.
So yeah, you can find me on there.
Thanks, guys. Those links will be down below. But thanks for tuning in, guys. It's good to be back. Holy fuck. All right. Oh, by the way, my hair's blue now.
Oh, yeah?
It's very, very, very fucking dark. Give me 2 seconds.
I was going to say, it kind of blends in with your...
The shirt, yeah. Give me just a sec. I'll be right back.